everybody. Thank you for joining us on another cruise webinar. Today we have Herlan Ruiz with AmaWaterways. He's going to be telling us all about the brand, all of the exclusive things that this brand offers to its clients, as well as we might get a little bit surprised at the end. So definitely tune in and let's take it away, Herlan.
Awesome, Camille. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We love working with cruise.com. You guys, we're seeing this live and recording. Just guys are in great hands with just experienced advisor and operation. That is just a staple in this business. So the trust that they have and the integrity and what they work with is quite invaluable. So you're in great hands with them. And of course, with us here in AmaWaterways, showcasing that Ama difference. So during today's presentation, we'll dive in deeper. There's a lot of opportunities on the river, but I want to highlight what I've been a part of here now with this amazing company for the past 9 years, which I consider as an extended family, but why we're known as an optimal river cruising experience. So we'll dive deeper today again on the hardware, the innovation, why AmaWaterways, also what current promotions are in play for us to take advantage of. And then I got a little secret, not a secret, but it's going to be known, great opportunity for additional savings for any new bookings made today or up through about November 30th for you guys to take advantage there. But again, working with cruise.com, we love you guys. So thanks again for this opportunity. So that's me. That's the face of the voice. My name is Herlan Ruiz. I am the business sales manager with AmaWaterways. Again, I've been with this amazing company and extended family for the past 9 years. I spent a good part of my career, in fact, almost 30 of that on the ocean. So I got to say the transition over from the deep sea, big capacity vessels of 4,000, 5,000 guests to the transition of the intimacy of these river ships, what I call river yachts with AmaWaterways, because that's what they are, river yachts, the way that they're built with great quality of only 150, max 190 total guests, and as intimate as 28 guests for our Southern Africa experiences. A lot of great innovations, a lot of built-in opportunities to immerse in this local culture. Because again, when you're going through the river, I always say oceans take you to countries, rivers take you through them. All right. You're visiting the heartbeat of these countries and these majestic and ancient historic cities all throughout the main artery of Europe there for the Rhine River, Dutch waterways, the three main rivers of France, of course, the very famous Blue Danube, Upper Danube from Wilshafen over to Budapest, or the Lower Danube, which again is very unknown, but for those seasoned travelers, it's very raw, it's very real, and that's that Budapest into Bucharest experience for the Lower Danube. But again, as you see here on the beautiful optic on the screen, this in fact is my personal favorite river for many reasons, but for most it's because it's so magical. You're traveling through this ancient landscape here, visiting a new destination every 1,000, 1,500 yards, immersing, meeting the local culture, being part of that local life by exploring on your own or enjoying the guided tours that we offer with AmaWaterways. But the constant castles and the citadels that you see up on the mountains and the slopes there on the hills, it's quite amazing. Great cities like the city of Cologne, Germany, great for those upcoming Christmas markets itineraries. City of Strasbourg, France. I mean, the list goes on and on. I always say, favorites for me on the Rhine, then followed by the Danube. But again, they both have so much special parts of these river waterways to show off that you can't go wrong with either way. So again, this in fact is the Rhine Gorge area. There's a good 28 total miles, 6 hour span where you again see constant castles. You have your onboard cruise manager giving a beautiful enrichment talk about the different history of what you're seeing throughout that scenic cruising. Again, it's quite remarkable. Again, unpacking one time, immersing them up to 4 to 5 countries in the luxury of your floating river yacht. So why AmaWaterways? We're a family-founded operation. Again, we started up the business back in 2002. Initially, the name of the company was Amadeus River Cruises. That did switch over to AmaWaterways. Ama, not AMA, but Ama, derived from the Latin word for love. Amor, love for the rivers. We're also not a jack of all trades doing ocean, expedition, and river. Again, this is all we do and have been doing this masterfully for the past 23 years, and that is the experience on the rivers, not only for Europe, but many of the exotic rivers around the world, which include Southern Africa, the Nile, Southeast Asia, Colombia, and also the ancient Nile River. Financial stability with AmaWaterways is very powerful. Again, we build our ships, we pay them off in cash. There is no leverage debt on the operation. Again, extremely powerful to know that we are an operator that's going to be here for the long run and protect that investment. Innovative fleet, again, we'll dive deeper on what that means, but again, a lot of innovations that go into the hardware of our ships with flatter drafts. So when, again, there's low water conditions, which doesn't happen every single year, but when they do, we still move forward, can sail because we have 5 feet less draft to continue these ships moving in operation. Signature twin balcony staterooms. Again, we have those double balconies featured on the long ships. We're exclusive with that on the rivers. Exceptional service. And I'm sure you guys have, cruise.com, many of these vendors, suppliers come in and they highlight their service. And I'm sure that they are amazing. I'm a bit biased, obviously, working with this amazing family and company. They just bend over backwards, exceeding, anticipating guest needs, working in wonderful synergy amongst the different departments to, again, just go that extra mile, bending over backwards for you. Yeah, I always say the hardware is one thing, meaning the ships, but the personality that each of these crew members bring on board to build these relationships with you is second to none. And again, the cool thing with AMA also is we have one of the highest retention factors in the business. When you guys sail with AmaWaterways, you guys are booking on board and coming back for more. That says a lot about the experience. We love that. We respect that. We appreciate that. And of course, cruise.com is always going to be that guiding light for you to steer you in the right way with AmaWaterways. Our price points include all your shore excursions. In fact, up to 6 complimentary at each of the destinations you visit. They're offered in walking tours, biking tours, small group hiking experiences, and they're offered in gentle, regular, or very active modes. Award-winning cuisine. So if you're a foodie or wine aficionado, guys, this is, again, the optimal brand. Heavy investment when it comes to the culinary experience with AmaWaterways. Everything market to table fresh from the regions that we're visiting, including free wine and champagne being poured endlessly during your dinner, lunch, and even in the morning for those mimosas. So again, just know that when you pay the price points with AmaWaterways, it's all built in. We're not going to be nickel and diming you on board. Enriching onboard entertainment. Again, there's not going to be any Cirque du Soleil experience, folks jumping off a springboard. Again, the entertainment is the land, the destination. Again, you're at the heartbeat of these countries. So we bring the local artisans from these areas that we visit to come on board and perform for our guests. It'd be violinists, pianists, dancers. They're in that main lounge area from about 10 to 1 o'clock in the morning. And that main lounge will stay open till the wee hours of 5:30 or 6 a.m. for you guys to continue to enjoy those sweet libations and dance your night away. Complimentary Wi-Fi is built into all cruise fares with AmaWaterways as well. So here's a recap, just a little reminder here on our guest segments. Again, we love the couples. Solo business is strong. We love our solo business. In fact, we waive our single supplement outright for those ships sailing in the rivers of France, and a very attractive 10% to 25% single supplement on all the other rivers around the world, including the European itineraries on the Danube and the Rhine. Multi-gen, again, we have triples and quads, connecting rooms. Still strong Adventure by Disney partnership as well. So again, when you have families wanting to travel on the rivers, just know that we have the hardware, the ships to support that type of business with our triples, the quads, and those connecting rooms. For food and wine lovers, I already shared that, and I'll go into deeper as we go through. Get optimal experience with AmaWaterways for that type of avid and aficionado to the food and wine. Active travelers, again, we're seeing right now the median age for AmaWaterways 58 years old. So Gen Xers, I myself am 47 years old. I love the river cruise experience. I mean, I've always loved the ocean, obviously, just watching the ocean, the tranquility and the sereneness of just being out in the middle of nowhere. But there's really nothing like this real refreshing experience on the river. And again, the activity levels that you have to immerse there is all built in, and it's an endless, flexible program for you guys to explore on your own, or again, with what we have built in with our guided tours. So further interest here for the guests, history, cultural enrichment, fine arts, music concerts, culinary and wine experiences, active experience excursions, and of course, international Epicurean experiences with our soulful and our Latin touch as well. So here's again, unparalleled service, a great optic of one of our amazing cruise managers. He is Luis Ribeiro. He is one of 140 cruise managers that are working on board the ships with AmaWaterways. And again, we're known as a personalized concierge experience when it comes to that handholding, okay? Guest booking enhanced packages before or after with hotels, which are provided with AmaWaterways. Again, just with AmaWaterways, again, obviously working with cruise.com, and they know us very well because we're strong partners. Selling the bundle package experience with the hotels, the 7-night cruise, the insurance, also the air, all one bundle package provides that peace of mind. And these individuals here also provide that peace of mind, knowing that when you exit that baggage claim area from the airport, you're welcomed by one of these individuals after you exit the baggage claim area, transfer from the airport over to the hotel, individuals with you those 3 or 4 nights at the hotel, transfers from the hotel over to the ship, and is again navigating throughout the journey with you as well. So again, very concierge, personalized experience. This is no extra cost. This is all part of that heart of the river, love for what we do on these journeys here with AmaWaterways. Here's a shot of the beautiful longships. Very comparable to what the competition nowadays features on the rivers. And that's because the rivers we navigate through in ancient Europe, again, have a certain limit of how big these ships are. So these are all going to be 443 feet long, 38 feet wide. On average, guys, the average depth of these rivers are between 9 to 12 feet. So again, don't rock into the ocean. Again, river doesn't rhyme with ocean or motion. So again, we got to just know that doesn't matter if you're in the front facing part of the ship and the middle part of the aft does not make a difference. Again, very convenient, very easy to get to and back from when you go into the different decks of the ship. But here with our ships, there's a strong value proposition. In my opinion, is because we have lower capacity. Our ships here on the long ships only max out to 190. 155 total guests. Competition sitting at about 180, 190 total guests. So when you think about the AmaWaterways ships here, know that there's lower capacity. That means a lot more value and amenities for you guys to enjoy with that extra space. So the extra space gives you larger staterooms, higher crew to guest ratio for optimal service on board. Every single ship features a fitness center, hair salon, spa area, heated pool with the pool up on the sun deck, and every ship in the back part there in the aft, you'll have here on my screen. This is the chef's table specialty restaurant available to you at no extra cost. All we do ask is for reservations 45 days before the sailing, and you guys get to enjoy that as well. So again, great value, again, with that lower capacity versus the competition. Here you have the Ama Magna, which is what I call the jewel of the crown. She is wider in capacity, increase from 150 on the long ships to 196 with her. But because of the wider width of this vessel, which is only sailing the upper Danube and the lower Danube, you're going to have a lot more in the way of bells and whistles. The ship is still 443 feet long, but she's 72 feet wide. So it's double the size of the existing long ships in the industry. So again, with that extra size, average starting size rooms, 355 square feet, full size balconies, suites ranging between 450 to 710 square feet, fitness center, hair salon, spa area as well. You got a brand new pickleball court featured, full size pickleball court up on the sun deck, great, wonderful pool area, and 4 bars and 5 different restaurants for you guys to enjoy. So again, this is the jewel of the crown. She came into service in the summer of 2019, and proud to say that we're going to be launching a second wide capacity for the end of 2027, beginning of 2028. So we're going to be the only ones on the river here at AmaWaterways with this beautiful hardware navigating the ancient rivers of the upper and the lower Danube. Here's a beautiful optic. Again, these luxury spaces, suites here for the other staterooms. Get to see there exactly what I mentioned about the double balconies. Nowadays, the competition is building their rooms with floor-to-ceiling windows, which again are nice. Open up those windows. Again, it's hot, cold. The whole entire room itself would be susceptible to the hot or cold weather. Here with AmaWaterways, the best of both worlds with the true sit outside balcony on one side and a French balcony on the other. Here on the left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see what I meant with the triples and quads and connecting rooms for that multi-gen. And this is the layout and interior, that luxurious, vibrant interior for what those 355 square foot rooms look like there on the Ama Magna, which makes up 80% of the makeup of the staterooms on board that ship. That's a suite on board an ocean-going vessel, and here you have this as a stateroom. They're featured for the Ama Magna. Beautiful suites feature the bathtub and shower effect. You have high-end toiletries, double vanity. Again, for those that don't prefer this double combination of bathtub and shower, this is only 20% of the makeup for the suites, but again, 80% of those rooms will feature just the shower only, but still with the double vanities and the high-end toiletries. Again, you see that very luxurious, but it's not a pretentious luxury with AmaWaterways. There's no need for tuxedos. There's no need for gowns. Very country club ambience on board. Think of us as a Four Seasons on the river, okay? But again, luxury can mean so many different things for so many different people. For me personally, I just enjoy the flexibility that we have in sailing with AmaWaterways. Again, you can explore on your own, you can enjoy the guided tours, or you can just stay on board your floating river yacht and enjoy the beautiful wellness programs and parallel programs that you have on board to enjoy at no cost. So again, immersive experience. I mean, I'm glad I ate before this shot here because it always makes me hungry when I haven't eaten. Because the dinners, on board meals, lunches, breakfast is just again 5-star across the board. High-end investment in this aspect of AmaWaterways from day one, and it continues to build on that legacy of how proud we are with our programs. And here we have just our rock star, culinary director Robert Kellerhall's enhancing and fine-tuning every single day on all the itineraries around the world to bring those amazing market to table fresh ingredients from these regions we visit. To bring that authenticity, right, to what you're going to be exploring and immersing, not only with the tours, but with what you're going to be eating. So the beef goulash from Budapest or the Wiener Schnitzel from Germany. My wife and I just sailed last year on the Seine in northern France, the fresh escargots coming on board. So again, quality over quantity is a big focus with AmaWaterways. We're proud of this designation that we're here part of Chain de Rotazaires, which is a culinary society invitation only. You have to have the highest acumen when it comes to the quality and the presentation of the meals. So again, this is something that we're very proud of and something you'll truly enjoy and come back for year in and year in. Here's Sip and Sail Cocktail Hour. Again, with the meals, I mentioned you have free-flowing wine, beer, and champagne, and they're premium quality wines and champagne poured for you. That's endless, all right? But then you now have a new 1-hour open bar party available. It's called the Sip and Sail Complimentary Cocktail Hour from 6 to 7 every single evening before dinner starts, which is normally from 7 to 10. So here you have a full set cocktail list of available drinks. That bartender is going to make whatever sort of libation you want for free during that 1 hour. Drinks outside the dinner times, lunch times, Sip and Sail, there will be a nominal cost for it. We are rolling out some drink packages. In fact, that's already rolled out for the summer of this year. But again, just know that the nominal cost for, say, a mixed cocktail margarita is $4.50. You know, it's again very, very cheap, but there's ways for us to offset that cost with, again, our strong partnership with cruise.com and Travel Leaders Network. There's onboard credits that they can extend on certain select sailings that can be a good way to offset that cost on board the ship. Here are the beautiful shots of the multiple dining rooms on the Alma Magna. Again, reservations required for the 3 of these, which would be this one here, Jimmy's Wine Bar and Restaurant, the Alfresco, and the Chef's Table. Reservations required roughly about 45 days before the sailing, but you can still have the time and flexibility to meet on board with your maitre d' and make changes to that reservation, especially if you meet somebody else on board or meet other friends that are like-minded and want to, build those relationships. So you do have that flexibility to make that happen with AmaWaterways. And here you have the main restaurant. Look at the beautiful colors. Again, dark woods, the reds. Again, in fact, our Christine Karst, one of our owners, has a heavy influence in the onboard design and the building of the actual floor arrangements and the carpeting and the design. In fact, with these restaurants, and they feel a lot of folks that travel with us, they say, "Wow, I feel like I'm coming on board someone's home." And that's in fact what it is with onboard these ships, is an extension of Rudy and Christine, our owners, home on board these ships. Again, very family-like. It's very authentic. It's not cheesy in any way. It means a lot. It's the little things that make a big difference. For example, the captain welcoming our guest, a female guest, with a beautiful red rose. The first day to meet the officers on board, or a surprise cake delivered into the main restaurant for an anniversary or birthday. These little touches is what makes a huge difference with AmaWaterways. Onboard entertainment, mentioned earlier, no Cirque du Soleil, all right, but we do bring these amazing artisans from these destinations to perform for us on board from normally 11 to about 11, I say 10:30ish, so maybe 1:30 in the morning. There's a live DJ. There's some karaoke opportunities as well. But again, just to sit back and relax as well in a serene environment on board is something that you do have available with the multiple rooms, especially with the Alma Magna that are available on that larger ship. So a great way to burn down the calories is, of course, with not only the dancing in the main lounge, but with our built-in tours. We offer up to 6 complimentary. Again, the walking tours are offered in different modes: gentle, regular, and very active. The biking is just active. And then you have some hiking experience as well, which are very active as well. One of the greatest value propositions with AMA, and again, there are many, but here with a tour is critical. Again, I always say you can bring beautiful ships to the rivers, but it's about the personality one with the crew on board, but the relationships that deep ownership has had for many years, for almost 3 decades, with all these ground operators to bring these local regions and small villages to life. I mean, we're welcomed with open arms when we visit these destinations, and that makes a huge difference. Also, the fact is that our tours, especially walking, they're in an intimate setting. You're looking at roughly about 20 to 25, maybe 30 max guests per tour guide. I've seen competition, walking with 60 to 70 people. So when you're in that larger setting, you lose that one-on-one connection, that human connection, but then we bring that here with the size of our group. So again, strong opportunity for these tours that are offered in the morning, in the afternoon. Some of our itineraries now for 7 nights are offering overnight experiences. I personally love getting off the ship, talking to my cruise manager, saying, "Okay, I want to do a local restaurant, some local authentic fusion experience," and then he gives me a little map, tells me where to go, and I'm on my own. But again, I'm overnighting. The ship is going to wait for me as long as I let them know that I'm getting off and I'm checking out and checking in the right way. Again, you have this flexibility to just get explore and not be rushed with the experience. On average, you're looking at 6, 7, 8 hours overnight, also 10 hours. So again, it's not where we're pulling into port, you're there for 1 hour, and then you're back on board a ship. That doesn't work the way we need here with AmaWaterways, and we're proud of being able to immerse with some quality time in these destinations. So where do the rivers flow with AmaWaterways? On the map, you see here, all these blue lines represent our 8-day, 7-night itineraries. You still have a nice continued trend after the pandemic of longer journeys being secured, and it's great. 10 days, 14 nights, something that we can definitely support and work with you guys on. We have one amazing operations team that will do all the heavy lifting to make the logistics work when it comes to, again, the air, hotel, cruise. So again, but here you see beautiful Dutch waterways, Amsterdam. You have Antwerp there for Belgium and Netherlands. Of course, the Rhine River from Amsterdam, Germany. You got France, Switzerland. You got the Upper Danube as well here with the 5-country immersive experience from Germany, Austria, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Hungary, and then all the way down into Romania as well. We're coming up to Halloween, so we got some great Dracula lover treats there for Brasov in Transylvania. This is a great time of the year to be visiting that part of the world if you're a big Halloween fan like I am. Three main rivers of France we include here as well in the northern part of France on the Seine, northern and southern Burgundy region here on the Saône and the Rhone, Lyon, Provence, and Arles, and the Bordeaux region. Great place for those rich Merlot wines featured here in this area, which again are free flowing for you on board. And there's some opportunities for some wine cruises where you do some wine tasting ashore in local vineyards and cellars. No extra cost for that either. Again, it's just about the authenticity and the clout that we have to bring these destinations and cities to life in such a special way. Of course, the rivers here in Spain and in Portugal continue. So there's not really a river that transits. There is, but we don't navigate it through Spain. It's more the round trip out of Porto here in Portugal. So you have these 3 ships with in total navigating this river waterway here, but then you have some land experience available into Salamanca, Madrid, and Toledo as well. Again, big focus, folks, here in Europe, but I can't forget about the exotic destinations. We're innovating one continent at a time. We're happy to say that we finally have South America on the map with Colombia there on the Magdalena River. We have 2 ships that just started service this year, summer, and in fact, the end of last month from Cartagena and Barranquilla. I'll show you a nice upcoming video here on the presentation for you guys to get a nice optic on what you're going to expect there. Southeast Asia there for the Mekong, there from Vietnam to Cambodia or vice versa. Southern Africa experience there on the Chobe River. So again, Southern Africa there, very exotic African safari experience. And of course, Egypt. That's going to be our 4th. And many more. Talks about the Ganges potentially in India in a couple of years as well. I'm not sure about how exotic I would want to get to India because it is pretty far. But again, if it's done the AmaWaterways way, I'm sure it's going to be quite special. So here's a beautiful shot of the first of these river destinations, the Dutch and Belgian waterways. Again, for those that are into the horticultural experience, flowers, tulips, the ideal time for this is anything from April 1st through May 1st. I did a cruise here March 17th. I got to see a stem of bulb but no flower. So again, key thing here, April 1st to May 1st. But again, the Kinderdijk windmills, there's so much history here in this region here. And of course, the beautiful city of Amsterdam with the canal cruises and system there. But this now is not only running through the spring, this part of the world is offered all the way through the month of October. Of course, the seasons are different, offering different experiences, and that's the beauty about river cruising, especially with AmaWaterways, because if you have a seasoned traveler saying, I've been to that river before, it's always great to ask the question of, have you been there in the spring? Have you been there in the summer? Have you been there in the fall, in the winter? Every single season offers a varied experience in all these amazing destinations. Here you have the Rhine and Main and Moselle. Again, beautiful, majestic, magical cities to visit there as well. You have the rivers of France, of course, on the Seine, Bordeaux, and again, of course, there on the Saône and the Rhone. And the ship there docks on the Seine, and having that Eiffel Tower in the backdrop is quite remarkable and very romantic as well. The Douro River, very scenic bound. Again, you'll see a lot of these areas on the Douro, just gathered up with all these buildings, and it's very scenic bound. Again, a great region for the port wines as well. My mom and dad, in fact, just came back here from 3 weeks ago, like 3 months ago, came back raving about this being the most favorite river that they've ever experienced in their 10 years experiencing river cruising with AmaWaterways, which again says a lot. My parents are kind of picky, but I was happy to get that positive feedback. Douro is definitely a hot seller and selling. Not only is this one here selling, but across all destinations, we're looking at 18 to 24 months in advance, all right, to make sure that you guys are able to not only lock in some great savings, but just get space on board. It's quite the opposite of what we're seeing on the ocean with, of course, 5,000, 7,000 passenger ships. You can wait last minute because there's endless inventory at times to make that happen. Quite the opposite effect, guys, when working with us here on the river. But again, of course, cruise.com is going to be your go-to to guide you through on how to make all that happen. The first of our four exotics start off with the Mekong River. I did this back in 2018. It was a long journey to get there, but it was life-changing. I'm a big history buff, and just understanding what happened here over 7 decades ago. I'm at 60 decades ago, I think 6 decades ago. But again, just the culture here, very rich, not by the tangibles of what they have and what they own, but just the love of life and family. So much they want to know about you as much as you want to know about them. Again, strongly recommend this experience to all. Extremely popular. We're almost 90% sold for the season next year. And we're happy to report that we're adding a second vessel, the Amamaya, joining the Amadara in service in the summer of next year as well. Southern Africa, we're the only ones doing the Chobe River. Again, that's the ship. I promise she's fully air conditioned. And again, look how close you are to the gaming in that part of the world. 5 days, 4 nights on the river, but up to 20 nights when you incorporate the African safari land arrangements, visiting spots like Johannesburg, Cape Town, South Africa. There's a Rovos Rails over Victoria Falls, heading up to the Tanzania there for the Serengeti. Now we're going to be complementing this package with an exotic silverback gorilla trekking in Rwanda. So guys, we're here to explore the world and do it in a quite special way where we're giving to these local communities because again, they're giving back so much to us. So sustainability with AmaWaterways is huge. We want these rivers and these people and way of life to survive many generations for future generations to enjoy as well. So sustainability is huge with AmaWaterways. Here's another special part of the world in Egypt. Again, we have 2 vessels navigating here through the Nile. Again, we're doing a 7-night round trip out of the city of Luxor. But again, the price on this is sold as an 11-night cruise tour. You have 3 nights in Cairo, 7-night journey round trip out of Luxor, and then you're back 1 night post in Cairo as well. And that stay in Cairo, you're staying at the Ritz-Carlton off the banks of the Nile. There's going to be visits into the pyramids of Giza. You're visiting the new Egyptian museum that just recently opened up, and all that's going to be entailed in the programming here for Egypt. And I'm happy to report that I'll be personally navigating this part of the world in May of next year. Can't wait. And then finally here, Colombia. This is our 4th of our exotic destinations that we have finally on the map. Again, many folks don't know, but this is one of the most horticultural experience in the world. When it comes to the aviary, when it comes to, again, the horticultural plants, flowers, the culture, the history, Simón Bolívar with the gold trade, Palenque, one of the cities that we visit throughout here is the first freed slave states in the Americas. The emeralds, the coffees, the cumbia dancing, it's endless. All the senses are going to be enjoying when you're navigating here in Colombia. And here's a wonderful video for you guys to take a look at and enjoy.
Hola, and welcome aboard AmaWaterways' beautiful Ama Magdalena. This stunning 68-meter ship is named for Colombia's Magdalena River, and I am honored to offer you a tour. Let's take a look inside. Thank you for joining me today on our tour of the incredible Ama Magdalena. I hope you will join me soon in Colombia aboard this ship or her equally stunning sister, Ama Melodia. We cannot wait to share the beauty of our country with you. Nos vemos pronto. Chao, chao.
Well, there you got a taste and view of what we're offering there in Colombia. I can't wait. Every time I see that video, I just get just so excited and pumped to finally explore South America. I mean, the closest I've ever been to that part of the world is Trinidad and Tobago, which does not count. So again, I'm so happy that we're going to get the opportunity to experience that firsthand very soon next year. Our golf program, guys, again, we have some great here cruises offered on the Upper Danube. Again, that Wilshofen over to Budapest experience, also on the Seine in France. So for avid golfers here attending this call today or watching this recording, just know that working with our partners at cruise.com, they're going to guide you through the best processes here to make this happen for you. And here's a great video to highlight that exclusive experience that we offer here with AmaWaterways.
Imagine playing at Europe's most prestigious golf courses, where every detail is taken care of for you. Welcome to AmaWaterways, the first and only river cruise line with a specially curated concierge golf program, a dream come true for avid golfers. Cruise Europe's Danube River or the Seine River through France and play at up to 5 championship courses designed by legends like Nicholas Design and Fred Hawtrey, as your ship follows you from one city to the next. From ship to course, arrive on time and in style with private luxury transfers. Tea times, practice balls, and golf carts are ready for you. No planning required. Back on board, be treated to exquisite farm-to-table cuisine, complimentary wellness classes, a daily cocktail hour, evening entertainment, and service that is truly unrivaled on the rivers. We hope to welcome you on Europe's finest courses and on board very soon.
So there's a view there of what we're doing with the golf program. And again, our special interest cruises continue. They're offering Soulful, Pure, and Latin Touch wellness. We're big on the mind, body, and soul, offering some amazing yoga with champagne up on the pool deck if you guys want. Celebration of music, celebration of beer, wine. I mean, the endless amount of special cruises. In fact, this morning I was talking to a local partner that mentioned that she's a librarian for the academics and also public library. And she's identified a potential client that wants to offer librarians educational opportunities. So again, just bourbon cruises. I mean, it's endless the amount of things that we can work and cater and make tailor-made for you guys when it comes to specialty cruises on the groups. Christmas markets, of course, we all know the Yuletide season is amongst us. I am so excited. My favorite time of the year. These Christmas markets usually begin towards the tail end of November, after Thanksgiving, into Christmas Eve. But those are selling out quickly. Those are 2 years in advance. I mean, we've now opened up, of course, 27 as well, 26, some pocket dates available. And in fact, for those that want to get away soon, there's some 25 festive delights that are offered before those core weeks of the markets, offering a taste of Christmas. So the ships are going to be decorated. Again, we're the only ones on the river that decorates the ships. Santa Claus comes to visit. You're decorating the Christmas trees. You get some coal if you're being bad on board by Krampus as well. So again, it's quite authentic and quite special what we do here through the Yuletide season with AmaWaterways, guys. So, but the key thing here, book as early as possible. And all you need is $400 per person to make that final payment. I mean, make the initial payment to hold that spot. So let's review the promotions now that we've dived in on all the other wonderful experiences here that we offer with AmaWaterways with the ships, destinations, now promotions. We have a great partnership with Travel Leaders here with Cruise.com. There are several dates in 26 offering a $300 shipboard credit that can help you offset costs like the buying at the spa or the boutique. Any sort of additional cost for those nominal drinks, the nominal cost for the drinks. This is also a great way to offset that cost. Again, cruise.com is going to be that partner to steer you directly and guide you through on those very special sailings. Just think the voyages also in play with their mutual partnership here as a preferred partner, exclusive excursions, private cocktail reception on select dates as well. There is a current anniversary sale running through the end of the year. Receive up to $2,500 in cruise savings. And I'm happy to report that in this session, I talked to Camilla before, I'm going to do an extra $100 off per person. It's not much, but again, as a thank you for you guys spending some time with me this evening here, and also those watching the recording. Any new bookings made here after this presentation through the end of November, we'll add an additional $100 off per person, combinable with the anniversary sale and also anybody interested in the important airlift component. We do offer some amazing air rates here called the Air Plus promotion, offered on all major cities, gateways here in the US. But look at the attractive price points there for economy, $8.99, premium economy there, $22.99, and business class at $42.99. Again, there is combinability features with our promotions, so you can stack it scoop above scoop, ice cream scoops. Again, we're here to support and make sure you get the best bang for your dollar when booking with AmaWaterways. Early booking rewards, Camille, again, I shared this with you guys already. We've opened all for 27. 26 is looking very strong with sales. 27 is too. So again, guys, just know that we've now opened up our 27 itineraries for all the canvases, meaning all the rivers around the world with AmaWaterways. Solo travelers, again, we waive out the single supplement outright for those ships sailing in France on the northern part there on the Seine, also in the Bordeaux. And then we also waive the single, not the way the single supplement, but we have a nice reduced supplement of 10 up to 25% on all the other river experiences that we offer throughout Europe. But again, urgency, quickly book and make those deposits to hold that space to take advantage of these strong offers. We love our military. Said we have an evergreen offer. So this is actually a two-tiered program. You have an evergreen offer for all cruises for military, active, or retired, $250 off. All right. So again, applicable to all, excluding, of course, Africa safaris and the other wildlife cruises. But everything when it comes to Europe, the Nile, Southeast Asia, and Colombia, if you're an active or retired military and have the proper credentials to show, again, we'll apply that $250 additional savings. This offer is running through December 31st. And the second tier is going to be a 2-for-1 on select dates. They're offered on for the military as well. 90 days, all we need for making that final payment. Okay. So again, some operators right now are asking for the deposit and final payment within a couple of weeks. We allow you to make that final payment 90 days before your departure. It's important, of course, in this environment that we're living and have been for a while now. Insurance is a priority to protect that investment. And again, of course, our partners here at cruise.com are going to steer you in the right direction with that as well. So that, in a nutshell, guys, is my presentation. We're again known as the heart of the river for the love and passion that we bring to the market and table when it comes to the experience on these rivers. and our story continues, hopefully with all of you on board our ships very, very soon. So thank you again, Camille. Thank you, Cruise.com. We love you guys. And thank you for all of you guys participating in this live session and also watching this recording. Thank you so much, guys. Camille, are you there?
Hello, Herlan, are you able to
Hey,
hear me?
hi, Camila. I'm here. Yeah.
Hi, yeah. So, I was just saying sorry about that, guys. I thank you so much for sharing everything with us and how special it is to hear about the specialty cruises and how you can get a group together and really like be celebrated in your like interest during these cruises. Um, Once again, thank you everybody for joining us. And Herlin, if you could just send me an email with the exact details of that offer that you're giving out at the very end for those that tuned in, so I can just make sure
Absolutely.
that we all have it in our system here, so we can apply
Perfect.
it for the bookings, like the dates and everything. So
Perfect.
again, thank you everybody, and I hope you have a great one.
You're welcome. Thank you, Camilla. Have a great evening. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.